To break it all down for us, we have Caroline Heldman here with us, professor of critical theory and social justice at Occidental College. Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning, Giselle.
So before we get to the draft opinion from Justice Alito, let's start with the leak from the highest court. How unprecedented? What does this tell you?
We have never seen an actual 90-page court work document leaked. We have had leaks over the years, but this is by far the most kind of egregious leak that the Supreme Court has ever had.
Right. So this draft opinion written by Justice Alito, signed on by the other three conservative justices, basically says that Roe versus Wade should have never been guaranteed by the Constitution. In fact, Alito called it egregious. This is reversing decades of precedent. What's your take?
Well, my take is that these justices went before the Senate and outright lied about this being a settled precedent, or stare decisis is what we call precedents, using legal language. And it also means that a 50-year right to abortion for women in the United States will be overturned. But this isn't the end of it, because their reasoning, we thought maybe they would go soft on the reasoning, but no, full throttle. There is not a right to privacy in the Constitution that would protect abortion, which means that same-sex marriage may be on the chopping block next. Any of these laws that were passed using privacy reasoning will now be up for grabs with the court.
So during the confirmation hearings, Caroline, all of the justices said they would not overturn Roe versus Wade. So does this mean you can lie in confirmation hearings and then switch when you're actually on the bench?
Well, that's absolutely what just happened. And the significance of this is that Donald Trump appointed 3 Supreme Court justices. He was not elected by a majority of Americans, right? He had the minority vote, even though he won the Electoral College. And 70% of Americans do not want to overturn Roe v. Wade, which means we had a minority elected president who appointed 3 justices to the Supreme Court who are now going wildly against public opinion. I predicted this. I think you predicted this a year ago. And at the end of the day, I think this is the first of many cases we will see where a Supreme Court who is wildly out of touch with public opinion polls will be passing laws for the entire country that certain states will then invoke that will not be majority rule. So this brings up all sorts of issues in terms of majority rule. It certainly brings up issues for the women who will most be affected by this, and that would be poor women of color.
And you know, of late, the High Court has been often accused of being very politicized now, which it's not supposed to be. Is this another huge blow to the credibility of the conservative court?
It is, and Chief Justice Roberts expressed concern during the hearings, Roe v. Wade hearings, or essentially the Mississippi case a few months ago. The Supreme Court would actually, be harmed if politicized decisions like this are made.
You know, I hate to bring it up. We only have a few seconds left, but this is being compared to The Handmaid's Tale in real life. You think that's the case?
In half the states in the union, that is precisely what will happen in terms of women's right to choose whether or not they are reproducing.
And just really quickly, how does this impact the midterms?
It's going to help the Democrats because a majority of Americans do not want to see Roe v. Wade overturned.
Caroline Heldman, thank you for coming in on a Tuesday. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know we'll be getting back to you often in the days ahead to speak on this very issue. It's not going away.
Indeed.
Thank you.